Hello fellow photographers, I am back with another video for you guys. Just wanted to talk about something today that I was thinking about. I was at the gym, I was there, I was working out, and I couldn't get this thought off my mind. It's basically in response to my response to the Angry Photographers video. So that thing's blown up kind of, I guess, for a 2-week-old YouTube channel. It's got like right under 13,000 views. Which is crazy, but a lot of people were very, 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 very opinionated on that thing, as you can imagine. I gained some great followers, had a lot of good feedback, but I just wanted to clarify what I was talking about because I think a lot of people even missed the point of what I was saying. Guys, me making that video and not trashing the Angry Photographer does not mean that I agree with everything the guy says. The whole point of the video was just to talk about the situation that we have going on where we have brand sponsorships and people who aren't even real working photographers, more of like hobbyist photographers, coming out, being sponsored by brands and not being upfront about it and still trying to convince you to buy products that they're supported by. Okay, so I'm not against anybody getting paid to do YouTube. I think it's a valuable service. I think free education, you know, you can go online, you can pull up YouTube and learn all these different things. I think it's unbelievable. It's one of the best things about our generation. I mean, it's crazy. And I think that people, I mean, now that I'm actually starting on this journey and actually starting up a channel, I can see the beginnings of how much work it's actually going to be. I mean, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes here to come up with good quality content and, you know, care about what you put out there. It's not just, you know, it's not money for nothing if these people are making it. But the whole point of the video was honesty and us as working photographers being able to cipher through all that stuff and figure out exactly what's real, what we should be listening to, and what we should be just taking with a grain of salt. Because there's a lot of bullshit out there, guys. You know, there is. A lot of these channels out here, their number one aim is just to build up their following and just to pump their links. That's it. But there's nothing wrong with getting paid. I'm just saying we should be honest and they should be honest about exactly, you know, the monetary system here and how everything's coming together. So there's basically two ways to make a living off YouTube. There's brand sponsorships or there's community supported channels. Now, personally for me, I think that we as consumers should vote with our dollars. We should support channels and support content from people that we want to see more from. Because the alternative is these people are spending all their time putting out content, putting out information, teaching people, you know, putting out all this stuff. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with monetizing or get paid off that. But the other option is that their community is not going to support them. The other option they have is to take sponsorships from brands. Now, personally, you know, okay, so I'm a professional photographer. That's why I started this channel. I started this channel because I didn't see a lot of people out there making YouTube videos and giving tutorials, giving gear reviews by people who are actually working photographers. There's a lot of fucking, you know, hobbyist people out there that are posing as, you know, working professionals. They're not out there with cameras in the bags every day. They're not out there on the dance floor at weddings. They're not out there with family shoots and using the autofocus in real life. And, you know, how reliable is the one, you know, the XQD card with the one card slot? I'm speaking about the Z6, obviously. You know, I don't want to hear about a camera review or a gear review or something like that from somebody who's not actually out there using it. I want to hear from somebody like me who has 42 weddings booked this year and is going to actually use this stuff. So that's why I built the page for you guys. It's for you guys. I want to teach. I want to connect with people and I want to show people what I know and just help people out. But that doesn't mean that you guys are never going to hear something from me that you're not going to agree with, or I'm going to say that I like a piece of gear that you don't like, or I say that I don't like a piece of gear that you do like. You know, it's not about like agreeing with everything I say, and it's not about agreeing with everything the Angry Photographer says or every, you know, Chelsea and Tony or anything like that. The video was about we need to be honest about how we're going to support these people. Guys, think about it, right? So just using the angry photographer again as an example. The guy has, and I do not agree with everything the guy says. I do not. I think he's a little bit too abrasive. I think, you know, he shits on people when it's unnecessary. It's, you know, whatever. The guy's angry photographer. That's his thing. But, you know, I don't, the point is I can watch something of his and not agree with it, but still take the pieces that I find useful and not freak out and have like an argument and, you know, go wild and call people stupid in the comments and all that stuff. Like, I can pick and choose what I like and what I don't like, and that's that. I don't have to support everything, and vice versa. So let's use angry photographer as an example, right? The guy's got like 160,000 followers. Well, if you find even a good percentage of what he puts out there for content useful, would you pay $1 a year to support that guy's channel? Because if everybody gave him $1 a year, that's $167,000 a year. He could live off that very comfortably, obviously. It's a comfortable life. And does that really make a difference to you and your bank account, $1 a year, to get some content that you're regularly watching? Or would you rather a content creator go out there and take that sponsorship from Sony or Fuji or Nikon or Canon or whatever and have an agenda, or Squarespace, and have an agenda that, you know, maybe they're not going to outright lie on everything, but you know that there's a company that if they come out and they start trashing, say you're sponsored by Sony, and they come out and they make a really shitty camera that you really don't like, but you have a brand sponsorship with them, how long is it going to take them to cut your sponsorship off if you're honest about it and you're telling your hundreds of thousands of subscribers basically, hey, I didn't have a good experience, don't buy this? You know what I'm saying, guys? There has to be some type of conversation about this, about how we're going to support real content creators that we like. And also not expecting to like everything that they say and being okay with that and just being like, okay, like, you know, I can pick and choose the stuff that I listen to. I don't have to watch every video. I have to agree with everything, but I can pick and choose what I like. The whole point of that other video was not to tell you guys, hey, the angry photographer does everything right and he's, you know, a perfect YouTube channel. It's just that we need to have a conversation about how we're going to support these people. You know, I mean, would you pay $30 a year, just $30 a year, to support 30 channels that you knew weren't getting brand sponsorships, that were actually out there putting out information based on what they really thought? Whether or not they thought something that different from what you thought, but at least you know that it's an authentic thought from them. You know what I'm saying? And $30 a year to support that good content and get that information, guys, I feel like that's how we should be. That's how we should be supporting, you know, we should be supporting content on the internet nowadays. We should be donating to these channels and donating to the people who actually are putting out content, you know, that is real. So, you know, otherwise we're just going to push more people like fucking Frono's Photo and the Northrops and stuff like that. And you know what? I subscribe to those channels because I watch them. But the thing is there's a level of like, I would never buy a camera just because Jared Polin said it. I would never buy a photography book from the Northrops or something like that because I know that they're making a living off this stuff. They're just selling. But, you know, if those people weren't supported by brands and they were getting paid from the community, it would give a level of honesty, not a level of agreeing with everything they say, but at least it would be another level of honesty to where we could actually trust a little bit more. So I just want to clarify that, guys. I think there's two ways that we can go about this, but we should be able to have, you know, good conversations about this and just talk in a more respectful way, you know. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I think it's an important thing that we talk about, and you know, it's definitely an important thing now because, you know, people are at each other's throats about this stuff online, and man, why don't we just vote with our dollars, basically? All right, let me know what you guys think about it. Till next time.